Hi, I'm Sharon, and welcome to Knit Style. Hi everybody, and welcome to episode 126 of Knit Style. My name is Sharon, and I'm also known as Stitch Mistress on Ravelry, the Stitch Mistress on Instagram. And yeah, here I am. It is Tuesday, October 11th, 2016, and I have the day off today. And we went shopping this morning down at the outlets near New York. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, Woodbury Commons. We were shopping this morning. Great deals after Columbus Day. Really great deals, like 70% off Kate Spade pocketbooks. I mean, incredible deals. So I got some good buys today. I was pretty excited about that. Okay, so aside from my shopping adventures, which I won't bore you with, actually we had a very nice time today. My husband loves to shop. He's one of those rare men who enjoys shopping, and he likes buying things too, which is fine, which is great. So we always have a good time together when we shop, and we just had a lovely morning. Had some great falafel for lunch. They have a great vegetarian falafel place in the food court. Oh my goodness. It's delicious. Delicious. I don't know the name of it. I'll look it up and put it here. Oh my god. It's fantastic. So we both love that, and that's what we had for lunch. So, okay. Anyway, let's get started. I don't have a lot today. I'm recording 2 days late. Sunday it was kind of awful weather, and yesterday was a little better but still kind of windy, so I decided to push off my recording till today because, like I said, I do have the day off, which is amazing. So yeah, let's talk about knitting. Basically knitting, that's all I'm going to really talk about this week. So right now I'm going to insert some video of a finished project. And that is my big old coat by Joji Locatelli. And I need to put the better pictures on my Ravelry page because I just have a really crappy picture taken in the dark up there now. So I took some prettier pictures today, and I want to put that on my page. But I finally wove in all the ends the other day, and I blocked it this morning, put it outside while we went shopping, and the sun pretty much dried it. It's a little damp, or I'd be wearing it. The sleeves are still a little bit damp, but oh my goodness, it came out fantastic. It came out beyond my expectations. I mean, I feel like Joji when I wear it. I know I don't look like Joji. She is much younger, taller, and has darker hair than me. But while I was modeling that coat, I felt pretty cool. So it's an awesome project. I am so happy that it's finished, and if it's cool enough at Rhinebeck, I will be wearing it. What I love about it too is that it's very light. It's extremely light for such a big coat, and that was my intent. I did not want to knit it out of a dense yarn. I know some people knit it out of Malabrigo Rios, and I think that would make just the most heavy coat, and that's just not something I would want to wear. So I knit this out of, I'll put the name of the yarn in here, but it's an alpaca wool silk blend, and it's just as light as a feather for such a big giant knitted item, and it's fantastic, and I will be living in that coat when it gets cold. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. So we'll see what the weather's going to be in Rhinebeck this weekend. I mean, this morning when we went to the outlets, which are outside, it was sunny and cool. It was about 35 when we left. So, yeah, I had on a little jacket. And then it warmed right up to about, let's see, what is it now? It's 65 right now. So that's pretty nice. It's a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful today. So I'm loving being out here in my garden. And sadly, some of my flowers perished last night. Rich covered some of them, but the frost got to a lot of them, and they're not very happy at all. They're kind of toast, but oh well. We tried. It was really cold last night, so that's just the way it is. So tonight, we're actually off again tomorrow, which is amazing. It's Yom Kippur, and we're not Jewish, so we don't celebrate. So we have off because we work in a school. Yeah, so we just are having such a great time this weekend. And it was Columbus Day yesterday, so we had a 5-day weekend, which was amazing. So really nice. Getting some things done, a lot of crafty things. Like I said, I finished blocking that coat. I still need to sew my Rhinebeck sweater. I blocked the pieces, and they look great. I'm really very pleased with them, but I haven't started sewing, and I need to finish that by this weekend because that's another sweater that I'd like to wear to Rhinebeck. So it shouldn't be bad because it's just 2 seams and the sleeves are short sleeve, just cap sleeve. So it shouldn't be too bad. We'll see. That's tomorrow's plan. Yes, that's my exciting weekend. And then upcoming weekend is Rhinebeck. I'm so excited. And I'm sorry if I'm jumping all over here in the show, but Rhinebeck is coming up this weekend. I will be there both days. Saturday I'm going by myself, and I may meet up with a friend. I'll see what her plans are. And I will definitely be at the podcaster meetup, which is, I believe, is at 1:00 p.m. So if you see me on Saturday, any time over the weekend, I'll also be there on Sunday with the fam. All 4 of us are going. But Sunday is much less crowded, and I think we'll have a great time. My kids are just going to go to eat. I'm just going to have to bring a lot of cash because they're going to be eating through the entire fairgrounds because that's what they like to do. So, yeah, so Sunday I have them with me, and if you see me at any time during the weekend, please say hello. I have a small gift for people that I meet and old people that know the show or people that I talk to online. I make a lot of friends in line at Rhinebeck, so I'll be doing that. Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a really fun weekend. What I would like to do, I don't know if I have the energy. We'll see. What I'd like to do is I'd like to vlog every day that I go, and then post the vlogs on YouTube, edit them that evening, and then post them right away. We'll see if I have the energy to do that. If I don't get too fancy with my vlogging, I probably will be able to do that. So, yeah, we'll see. If not, they'll be up at the beginning of next week or the week after. Okay, so I digressed quite a bit. But those are the 2 projects that are upmost on my mind. And actually, let me show you the 3rd project that is also consuming a lot of my time because I would also like to finish that for Rhinebeck as well. And I've only started it, I've only been knitting on it 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks. But that is the Vulpix shawl. And oh dear, I'm in the middle of a row. I was knitting in the car this morning. But I have a lot done. Look at this thing. I mean, it's all scrunched up. I apologize. This is This is the intarsia part. Look how awesome this came out. I love it. It's fantastic. And then you do intarsia, and then you do short rows for the wing part of the shawl, and these are the short rows. And then now I'm on this kind of thicker band here in the contrasting color, and it's actually worn this way. So yeah, I'm on that thicker band, and I'm halfway through that. And it's kind of sloggy right now because there's a lot of stitches on the needle, but it's coming along. So once I finish that band, there are some more short rows with stripes to finish it off, and it will be complete. Hoping to get this done, maybe not blocked, but ends woven in so my son can wear it on Sunday. I think that would be so cool if he wore this. That would be so cool. So we'll see, hopefully. And yeah, this is the yarn I have left. This is my hand-dyed yarn in the chic base, my 2-ply sock base, which I absolutely love knitting with. It's fantastic. It is squishy and bouncy, especially in garter stitch. And I'm going to be using pretty much all of 2 skeins. And I'll let you know more when it's completely finished. But Stephen West is a genius. Because honestly, I think I'm going to use pretty much all of these skeins, these 2 skeins. And I don't think I'm going to run out. I hope I don't. If I do, I can dye more. It's not a big deal. But, oh my goodness, I think like it'll be the perfect amount of yarn for this project. I really do. From the way that it's, that it's all knitting up. I think I'll use most of the black for this. And then, yeah, it's just amazing. So he's a genius. I haven't knit a lot of Stephen West patterns. I knit Boneyard. I've knit this, and I knit, I can't think of the one, but it's the one, Daybreak. I knit Daybreak. Not too crazy about how Daybreak blocked out because of the tight edge. So I don't really like that shawl very well. I don't wear it a lot. This edge is different. Instead of doing make ones on each side, you do yarn overs. So, you know what? I think if I knit a shawl that has an edge where you're growing like on either side, I'm going to start doing yarn overs instead of make ones, because it's just so much nicer, I think. It's just not as tight. So I'll talk about that a little more in a few minutes. So yeah, so these are the 3 things I've knit from Stephen West. They're his earlier patterns. I have not knit any of his later patterns because honestly, I'm not a huge fan of shawls with more than 2 colors, 3 tops. And most of his shawls that he's writing now have 3, 4, 5. And I can't wrap my head around that for me. Although Kristen from Wool and Vine Yarns just finished a shawl with 4 of her yarns. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's with her pastels, a lot of her pastels, and I love that shawl. And I'm trying to think of the name of it. Can't think of it right now, but anyway, that shawl's beautiful. So yeah, Stephen West is a genius, and maybe what I'm going to have to do is take a look at some of his patterns and find colors that I can live with. Not the like bright crazy colors, but maybe the more muted colors, So, oh, I know what she knit. She knit Exploration Station. That's what it is. And that one has 4 colors, I believe. And I just am in love with her pictures. Follow her, go look at her Instagram feed. She has a gorgeous shot of it. Beautiful, beautiful shawl. Okay, so that's that. The next thing I want to talk about is what I'm going to do next. I have such a horrible case of cast-on-itis. Once I finish this Volpic shawl, which is the only thing I'm working on, by the way, I started the second sock, and I didn't bring it out to show you, but I started the second sock for my Halloween socks, and I'll put in a picture. I had a training at work, and I knit 2 inches on it, which was amazing. 4 inches done on it, but I haven't touched it since last week because I really want to finish this. I've been super monogamous all week on the Volpics. But the Volpics will be finished, I'm hoping, by Friday or Saturday evening. And I'm really in a quandary as to what to cast on next. And I have a little time. Before I cast on something new, I am going to finish some projects that are on the needles that are in hibernation. And that's the first one I want to finish is this one. This is Snowflake Party by Martina Bem. And I'll show you a picture. You can get this on Ravelry now. It was a part of her 2016 club. It was the first shipment. And you can get the pattern now online on Ravelry. So I adore this. It's beautiful and I want to finish it. So as soon as I finish the Stephen West, I'll be finishing this. And also the other Martina Bem pattern that I've been working on just as a kind of mindless knit, and that is Easy in my hand-dyed yarn. And that reminds me I need to send these needles back because I don't like them. So yeah, I have all the information, I just need to do it. So yeah, this is Easy by Martina Bem. And this is my hand-dyed yarn in the Halloween Horror Night colorway, and I absolutely love it. And I would like to finish this by the end of October, maybe by Halloween, so I can wear it. So I think I can. In fact, I know I can, because if I could finish that in 2 weeks, yeah, I can totally finish this. So, what to do, what to knit? So you've seen my giant hank of hand spun in the past, and I would love to cast that on into a Nuvum, and that is a distinct possibility. But other things are calling me, and let's talk about another thing. So, another designer who I absolutely love is Joji Locatelli, and I own this book of hers. It's the Authentic Collection. And there's Big Old Coat. I just finished that. I knit this one, Hu Hui, which I need to reknit. I won't explain it to you. If you want to know why, go back to my old episodes and watch I Ruined My Shawl. I'm not going to talk about it right now. But I need to reknit this one. And I want to cast on this one. This is Puntilla, which is a boxy pullover. Another really cozy, wintry coat. Not coat. It's a pullover. It's not as big and giant as Big Old Coat. So, I have yarn for it, and I'll show you the yarn right now. So, the yarn is bad yarn. It's not bad yarn. It is this yarn, Mimi by Lotus Yarns, and it is a lie in a skein. Apparently they were caught with their pants down with this line, and what happened was someone tested it, and it's supposed to be 100% mink yarn. It is not. It is mohair and acrylic blend, maybe with a little wool. I'm not sure. But this happened about 1.5 years ago. And do I care? Absolutely not. I love this yarn, but now I can't get it anymore. So this shawl is knit from this yarn. This is Magia by Laura Nelkin, and I knit this 2.5 years ago. It's my absolute favorite shawl. I love it to pieces. It's gorgeous, it's warm, it's cozy, and I want a sweater out of this yarn. So I thought that this would be gorgeous for this. I have 6 skeins of it, so plenty of yarn. I don't have to worry about running out of yarn at all, which is wonderful. And it actually was a project. It's so beautiful. I mean, I don't think you can see it. It has just a gorgeous halo to it. Oh, I love it so much. This was a sweater that I was knitting for my husband, and I know he won't wear it, so I'm going to frog it and wash the yarn, and I'm going to cast this on. So this is a lovely big gauge swatch, isn't it? So she recommends a size 4 needle. So I happened to knit this in a 4, and I measured the gauge. The gauge is so far off, it's not even funny. Now I haven't washed this, so what I should do is I should measure my washed swatch and see what the gauge is on that. But what I was getting with this gauge, I was getting 6.5 stitches to the inch with this unblocked giant swatch of an unfinished sweater. And this calls for 5.25 stitches to the inch. Not even close in the ballpark. No way. However, I did a little math. I am not afraid of math. Certainly not math that has to do with knitting. And I looked through the pattern, and I found how many stitches should be around the body. There's no shaping in this. It's a boxy shaped sweater. So I'm thinking I could just knit a larger size, because if I knit my size, it would be way too small. So I probably, if the gauge was correct, I'd knit a medium, but I would have to knit an extra large in order to get a size that's close to what it should be. So yeah, I just did math and figured it out. So not a big deal. And that would bring me, I think I figured out with the math, it would bring me to a sweater that is 46 inches around, and the medium is 48 inches around. So I think that will work. It has like 10 inches of positive ease or more, because I'm a 35-inch bust. So I think that will be fine, honestly. So I'm just going to do it. I'm not even going to swatch. I'm just going to cast on the extra large. Famous last words, right? And what's also pretty about this sweater is that it has lace detailing at the cuffs and at the bottom. So I also have leftovers from this. Now, this is about, I want to say 150 yards. And the lace detailing, she calls for 200 yards. I could get away with it. It's pretty together, right? I could totally get away with it. Maybe. We'll see. If I can't get away with it, I also have 2 more skeins of this particular base in a pink. Now, I really don't want to crack into these because I want these to be a shawl someday. Because, like I said, I love this yarn so much and it's all I have and I can't ever get it again. So, I actually think I like the gray and the white better. Here's the gray and the pink. And here's the gray and the white. I think I like the gray and the white, even though I love pink and gray together. So that would make a pretty shawl, right? But I don't have enough. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. I'm flying by the seat of my pants with a lot of things with this sweater, but I'll go for it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'll just frog it and knit a featherweight or something. I don't know. But I don't have a sweater on the needles right now because I finished both of mine for Rhinebeck, so I'm dying to knit a sweater. And I don't have any thick sweater yarn. I don't have any DK left or worsted, and I don't really feel like buying any. No, I could dye some because I do have some that I could dye, but no, that's for my business. I want to sell it, so I'm going to use this that I love. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. And this is a lot of knitting to rip back, but this sweater wasn't working out anyway. The raglan increases were off, and so it's done. So that's that one. Now I want to re-knit this one, Hoo-Hway, where my fingers is right here. And I have it kind of started. I frogged back and I have the first part done. But you know what? I hate this edge so hard. It's so stiff. Or not stiff, what's the word? Tight. It's so tight. I just don't like it. So I'm thinking of ripping this whole thing back, starting over from scratch, and doing yarn overs on the edge instead of messing around with these knit front and backs or make ones, because I just don't like that. I don't like that tight edge. I just don't. So I need to play around with that. So we'll see. Okay. So that's pretty much. Oh, the only other thing I showed you last week, the other thing I want to cast on is the Boo Knit shawl, the Morticia shawl, with my gorgeous yarn from Vine Yarns. So I don't know. And then there's something else that I want to cast on, which has a bit of a deadline to it. I'm not going to talk about it this week, but I want to cast it on in January and finish it by June. So that's coming up really fast, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish those 2 shawls. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cast the sweater on. And then for my alternate project where I get bored of just knitting stockinette all the time on the sweater, maybe I'll do the Bunich shawl instead of the Nuvum, because Nuvum is just knitting around and round and round. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, the struggle is real. It's really hard because I want to knit them all and I just don't have time to knit them all. What I really should do is just knit on one thing at a time. I don't know. So let's do an unwrapped, shall we? I haven't done one of these in a while. And I know as soon as I open this up, I'm going to want to cast this one on too. It's so hard being a knitter. Anyway, this package is from my friend Kristen from Wool and Vine Yarns, and I managed to catch an update. I want to say it's been 3 weeks now, 2 weeks ago I ordered this, and it came the day after I recorded last week, so I wasn't able to show it then. Haven't opened it yet. Isn't that amazing restraint? So let's open it. I'm so excited. Okay. Ooh, very pretty. This is I've been wanting this color because this is my colors. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So complex, gorgeous. Well done, Kristen. This is Gashly Crumb in the blitzed base. It's gorgeous. Look how beautiful. These beautiful browns and mauves, and there's just a hint of, I want to say it's a navy speckle right here. Or teal maybe, and this green, and a little bit of like a rust-colored speckle here. Oh, it's beautiful. Just gorgeous. I love this. This is really nice. So this is a 75 merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 438 yards, 100 grams of beautiful. Ooh, this is beautiful stellina. It's gold, which looks fabulous with this color. This will be a nice, I probably won't be able to cast this on until the spring, but I don't know what it's going to be. Don't know. Maybe something, I don't know. I'll leave it out and pet it, and then it will decide. But gorgeous, as usual, Kristen. Mwah. Thank you for dyeing such gorgeous yarn, and I love it. And Kristen's going to be at the Indie Untangled show in Kingston, New York, right the night before Rhinebeck. I will link it in the show notes. And I will not be there because I'm going to be tired Friday and probably won't go to that. But it's going to be an amazing, amazing show and crazy. So I'm sure she'll have more of this there. All right, so let's do some window shopping with some of my colorways for this week. I want to start dyeing some holiday colors, but I didn't have all the dye that I needed, so this week I just kind of did something different and some things I've been wanting to do. So first of all, I dyed some more Haunted Mansion. And these came out fantastic. I love them. They are on my 2-ply. This one's on the 2-ply chic base that I'm knitting my son's shawl out of. And it's got black speckle and a little of that hot purple with a bluish purple base. Looks a lot like the wallpaper in the Haunted Mansion. This one has stellina in it. 75 merino, 20% wool, 5% stellina, silver stellina, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love the sparkle bases. They are so soft. They're softer than even this, really, if you can believe that. So, yeah. I love these. These came out great. I'm really happy with them. Okay, so then I have 2 new colors. This is a color that I've been wanting to dye for a long time. And my daughter actually helped me with this one. So I've been wanting to dye a pumpkin spice color because everybody's obsessed. So love it or hate it, pumpkin spice. So I have a funny story to tell you about this. So I dyed this, and it was just this pumpkin color with the cream, and then a little bit of speckle here for the, cinnamon that goes on top. And I dyed it and put it out to dry, and my daughter came home and she saw it. She goes, "Oh, those are really pretty, Mom. They look like creamsicles." And I said, "No, they're supposed to be pumpkin spice." And she goes, "Oh, no, you forgot the coffee." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I did forget the coffee." So I put them back in the little dye casserole that I use to dye this. And I put in the coffee. So here's the coffee. And oh my gosh, it looks so much better. So here's the coffee color right here. And I love it. These came out awesome. Lots of spicy speckles for the spice, and the cream, and the coffee, and the pumpkin. So if you like pumpkin spice, or you have a friend who's a fan, here you go. Socks or a shawl, be beautiful. Okay, so then I kind of got in touch with my inner Barbie. No. I dyed up. I've been obsessed with pinks and purples, and I actually am going to be doing a fairy series. So I started with Fallen Fairy, which is a peach background with the lichen and teal speckles. And so this one I'm calling Fairy Quest. And I love it. It's a pale pink with some brighter pink, like a little bit of fuchsia pink, and purple speckle, and green, and maybe a little navy in there too. Yeah, there's some navy speckle in there also. Green. And again, I did the chic base, the 2-ply, and this is the sparkle. And I love these. Love them. So the name of this is going to be Fairy Quest. So it's actually loosely based on a game that my daughter used to play, Neopets, and they have these mini games, and there's a game in there called Fairy Quest, and the Fairy Queen has these colors. So if you are a fan of Neopets, not a lot of people play anymore, but most of the people who play now are in their 20s, I think. So if you're a fan of that, or I don't know, have a daughter who loves these colors, or a son, or whoever likes these pinks. I love them. I think they're gorgeous. Yeah, so Fairy Quest. So I have some ideas in mind for my fairy series, and you'll be seeing those coming up. So that's it for the dyeing this week. Haunted Mansion, Pumpkin Spice Latte, and Fairy Quest. My update will be tomorrow on Wednesday, October 12th at 8 p.m. If for some reason something sells out and you are interested in it, let me know. Just shoot me a message and I'll see what I can do, see if I can dye it for you. At this point, I can take custom orders, so yeah. These were fun. These were a lot of fun to dye this weekend. I love them. Alrighty, so that is the end of the show. I thought this was going to be a shorter episode, and it's not. It's a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I hope to see you at Rhinebeck this weekend, and if you can attend, I'll have my vlogs up, so it'll be almost like being there, except you won't be able to smell the sheep or touch them. But I'll try to get some content in for you guys that's cool. And alright, so I won't be dyeing again until the following weekend, so that's almost toward the end of October, and I'm going to dye some holiday colors, and we'll see how they come out. I have ideas. We'll see. Alright, have a great week, you guys. Hope to see you at Rhinebeck. Cheers.
Would really look nice with nothing on underneath it.
Good thing this is all going to be silent or voiceovers when I